Hey girl, sorry about that. The video got cut off, but we'll just do it in two parts. So we were at the top of page 3 and looking at the first question. So the first question talks about, again, if you look at the parentheses at the end of the question, you can see the beginning says Yud Aleph, which is the perek we're on, and then it says Hey, which is the pasuk. Rashi, Dibur Hamatchil, that's what the abbreviation means. Asher, and that just gives you the first word of the Dibur Hamatchil because it's a long one. It's Asher Nochal Bemitzrayim Chinam. That's the part of the pasuk that talks about, oh, we remember the fish and the watermelon and the cucumbers and the onions that we ate in Mitzrayim for free. So the first part of the question, what was the real reason for their complaint? So I'm going to give you a hint. If you look at the pasuk, it says, Zacharnu et hadaga asher nochal b'mitzrayim chinam. So if you look at the translation in your pshat, that first phrase of the pasuk, that's where you'll find the answer. So which word in there gives you the real reason behind the complaint? Did they really, really want cucumbers? Or was there something else that was bothering them? And the second part, B, which words in the pasuk show this? So it's literally one word that I'm looking for that tells us what did they really, really complain about. The actual food or something else that they weren't happy with. Moving on, it says, please translate and fill in the following Rashi. So this is on Pasuk Yud. Let's go to Pasuk Yud for a second. I'm just flipping my page. I'm going to read the Pasuk for you so you remember what it's talking about, but you can also see it in your Pshat packing. Va'ishma Moshe et ha'am boche lemishpechotav. And Moshe heard the people weeping, crying with their families. Ish lefetach ohalo, each one at the entrance of his tent. Va'ichar af Hashem me'od, and Hashem became very angry. Uve'enei Moshe ra, and in the eyes of Moshe, it was considered evil or really, really bad. So here, the Rashi wants to know. Rashi is talking about the words boche lemishpachotav, each one weeping or crying with his families. Okay, so if you look at the worksheet, I put the words of the Rashi that you need to translate directly on the worksheet. So let's read it together. Mishpachot, mishpachot, families gathered in groups. A lot of times when you have a double word, it means that there's a lot of this. It's like a gathering. Mishpachot, if sometimes they would say ish, that means many people together, right? One person and another person is many people. So mishpachot is going to be groups of families. Ne'esafim vebochim are gathering together and weeping and crying. And why are they gathering together? Because what happens when you have large groups of people together, whatever they say becomes public, it's not a private thing anymore. So they basically were making this whole complaint a big public thing. They wanted to publicize how angry they are and how much they're unhappy and they don't like what's going on. So instead of privately going to Moshe and saying, hey Moshe, we're having a hard time, can you help us? They made this whole thing big and public, and that's what Moshe was very upset about, that they made it a public affair. Okay, so let's look at the questions. A, Moshe was obviously upset, right? Because the pasuk says, looking at the pasuk again, Uve'enei Moshe ra. It was bad in the eyes of Moshe. So obviously he wasn't happy with what's going on. But what made him especially upset? So according to Rashi, what was the really bad thing that they did here? What really, really got to Moshe that made him so mad? And which words in the pasuk stress this? So if you look at the way the pasuk is set up, which part of the pasuk tells us exactly why Moshe is so upset? And let's do one more. I'm just scrolling down. Or you know what? I think that's good amount for today. And I'm gonna make a separate video for the next couple pages in case you decide to do it on another day. But at least you have your the videos for the different pages separated. Okay, girls, hope everything is good, and I will see you guys on Zoom on Thursday. Bye.